last heard from the members of Van Halen, it was November of 1996.
Can we officially say now that Gary Cherone is the singer?
The ink is not dried yet.
But you can say it.
Yeah.
Gary Cherone is officially the new singer of Van Halen.
No, I didn't say it.
And if I was a betting man, I'd run to Vegas now and bet that that is what's going to happen.
I would do that too.
And now it's March 1998. The ink has dried. The songs have been written. The music has been recorded. And the wait for the new Van Halen record is finally over. Live from Billboard Live on the Sunset Strip in Hollywood, the Album Network welcomes you to the world premiere broadcast of Van Halen 3. In just a moment, we'll hear from Michael Anthony, Gary Cherone, Alex Van Halen, and Eddie Van Halen, plus the music from Van Halen 3, which comes out in North America on Tuesday, March 17th. Your host for tonight's world premiere special is Tommy Nast.
On behalf of everybody at Warner Brothers Records, the Album Network, welcome. We are here. It is the world premiere of Van Halen 3. As you can tell, we have got an extremely enthusiastic audience here at the club tonight. Each and every one of you here is in store for some incredible music. Everybody listening on the radio, we are live across 300 radio stations across the U.S. and Canada, and more around the world as well, too. From Seattle to Portland, Maine, to Miami, to San Diego, to Vancouver, to Toronto, to Greece, to Mexico, to Germany. Everybody is tuning in to hear Van Halen 3 tonight. I also want to make sure we want to welcome everybody checking us out on the World Wide Web. We're on a bunch of different websites, actually. We are on rocktropolis.com, Van Halen's website, which is van-halen.com. Warner Brothers is officially launching a new website today, too, for Van Halen 3 at vanhalen3.com. And we're also on knaclive.com. It has been 14 months since we heard something. And without further ado, I would like to welcome our special guest tonight, Michael Anthony, Alex Van Halen, Edward Van Halen, and Gary Cherone. Van Halen. Now, Gary, if you could come here a second. If you could come here 1 second, Gary.
Uh-oh, new guy.
We got the rider from your contract here, and I just wanted to give you the brown M&Ms that you requested.
We've been saving.
Said he wouldn't do the show unless we had brown M&Ms tonight. Ed, what do you think? Is this the first sign of LSD? Is this like lead singer disease starting?
Nah.
Oh, welcome, guys. It's great to see you again. Do these guys look great or what tonight?
Why am I sitting over here and why are you sitting on a toilet?
Now, I'm going to tell you, those of you on the radio can't see this, but those of you in the club, my dear friend Edward decided that he would give me his personal throne tonight. He brought in a toilet for me to sit on. Now, backstage, we're talking, and Eddie's saying, you know what? You get great ideas on this. This is how you came up with all the best stuff on the record, right?
And if something comes to you while you're sitting on it, you better get your butt off that real quick because it's supposed to be for me.
Anytime you want to trade, buddy, you just let me know.
I thought you would ask me to use it. No.
Did anybody bring toilet paper?
There we
All right, now listen.
You wearing socks? No.
The location we're at here, Billboard Live, used to be Gazzari's. Now, I bet you guys got some stories. Tell us some old Gazzari stories. This is one of the places where Van Halen started.
Well, it smells the same.
There were a lot of bands that started at Gazzari's, like The Doors and
Sonny and Cher.
that's about it. Yeah, Sonny and Cher. And I think in the history of, I think it must have been 25 years, the club never really changed. You know, the different club scenes that were going on the Strip, whether it was the English Invasion or the punk rock thing, it never affected Gazzari's. Gazzari's just was. They had the wet T-shirt contests and rock and roll. That was it. It's great.
But then when we played the whiskey down the street, because we weren't allowed to play our own material here, and so we got fired.
How about that,
Well,
Tommy?
you know, Bill
good run,
goes, he goes, yeah. Bleep. You bleep me just like all the rest of them, you know.
Hey, Gary, you used to sneak into Gazzari's when you were a little kid, right?
No, that's not right.
Gazzari's East?
Yeah, right. Didn't you hang out here from Boston?
I was from Boston.
We got some Boston fans here.
All of them are holding up all their alcohol bottles down there.
Alex, in an interview we did before, I'll never forget the story that you told me about how your father taught you and Eddie the music business. You remember that? It's such a great story. Would you share that with us?
I think it's the one where Ed and I played during the intermission. My dad was playing at a club, and Ed and I brought an amp and some drums, and we set up in the middle of the dance floor during their intermission and started to play. We only knew about 5 or 6 songs. By the second song, he's walking around with all the people who had gathered around us with a hat, and people were starting to put money into it. And, we played about 5 songs. We had a great time. Then we stopped. At the end of the night, we counted the money, and it was about 17, 18 bucks in there. So he gives Ed a couple of bucks, and he gives me a couple of bucks, and I'm adding up. That's 4. Where's the other 13 bucks? And he says, welcome to the music business.
And we are sure glad that he welcomed you guys to the music business.
That's right.
We are here tonight to have the world premiere of 3, the brand new Van Halen album. So without further ado,
The third and final incarnation of Van Halen.
let's hear something that nobody has heard before. This is What I Want on the Album Network.
He's on the ring second. It's a man just wanna
It's the first time we've heard some new music from 3. Unbelievable song. We are live on the Album Network, and we are going to be back in just a bit. Ed, Alex, Gary, Mike, we will have more of the world premiere of 3 when we come back on the Album Network.
After tonight's broadcast, you can hear more of Van Halen 3 by going down to your favorite Blockbuster Music beginning March 13th, where you can listen to the new album while reserving your copy, which comes out on Tuesday, March 17th. We shall return on the Album Network.
All right, let's begin.
Live across North America and around the world, it's the world premiere of Van Halen 3 on the Album Network.
We are back on the Album Network, live from Billboard Live on the infamous Sunset Strip. My name is Tommy Nast, and as you can hear, we've got quite a rowdy crowd tonight. Now, in case you hadn't heard, Van Halen has a new singer, Gary Sharon, and from the response we got during the commercial breaks, we were hearing Gary chants.
Has anybody heard of Gary? Who's heard of Gary?
I guess you guys like him now, huh?
A little bit.
A little bit. Gary, let me ask you a question. Were you a casual Van Halen fan, or were you a big
Wait a
Van
minute.
Halen
Whoa.
fan?
Why don't I have a
It's
mic
a casualty now.
stand? Everybody's got a
Casualty
mic stand.
now. Hey, you know what? Tell these guys.
I got to be in the band a little longer?
You can have the toilet if you want. I'd be glad to give that up to you.
No, I don't need one.
Gary, seriously now, before you joined the band, were you a fan of the band, or were you more casually into their music?
Yeah, I heard a couple of their songs. They're a pretty good band.
Ask him what's the difference. What's the difference between a casual fan? What's the difference?
Yeah, what's the difference between a casual fan and a fanatic? This would be fanatic.
Well, who's a fanatic? And I would bet to say there are no casual fans here tonight.
Neither on stage.
Now, what did you guys think, first impression-wise, when Gary walked into the room and said, "Hey, I'm here to audition for the job"?
Well, for one, we didn't audition him because there was no question about his talent. It was whether he was a good guy, just a normal guy. Because Mike, Alex, and I are just like our audience. We're not rock stars. We make music for a living. That's what we do. We're just basically bricklayers. We just a little more attention to detail, so to speak. And the rock star thing is just comes with the territory. He just came off a 5-hour flight from Boston, and he's standing there with a bag in his hand, just got out of the car, and I knew immediately, not a hint of LSD. It's lead singer disease. And actually, he's like, we just bonded like that, musically, and then on a personal level. And he's like a long-lost brother. He looks more like Alex than I do.
I don't know. I think he looks a little like Michael.
No, you do. No.
I don't know. Whoa! My brother!
You going somewhere
He
with
lives
this?
with us. Come on,
Had you guys been familiar with Extreme?
Okay,
Mike?
wait, Al. See, I'm the one who answers this.
Yeah, I think Mike was the big fan.
See,
Mike was a big
I'm
fan.
going to say, yeah, I'm familiar with Extreme, and then this is where Al asked me, well, what's the drummer's name? I actually met Gary about 5 or 6 years ago at they have a thing in around the world called the NAMM Convention. It's a music merchandising show, and Extreme was playing at one, and I actually met Gary at the show.
That's right. Didn't know these guys.
I thought you'd all like to know that. It's just a little trivia.
Ready for some more music here? We are here to world premiere the new Van Halen 3 record, and this is a great song on here, and we'll have you talk about it afterwards. This is The Ballad or the Bullet. on the Album Network. That's The Ballot or the Bullet from Van Halen 3. I'm Tommy Nass. With me is Eddie, Alex, Gary, and Mike. The Ballot or the Bullet. Some great lyrics here. Gary, you and Edward are doing lyrics together. You guys sound more like a team that's been together for years and years. Tell us about this song.
Roll.
I think Alex
into the mic.
Answer that one. No.
Alex wrote that one.
Who's the politician in the band here now?
No, none of us.
No, that song was actually inspired by some the bluesy things that he was doing, and I had that title in my head for quite a few years now. It was a title of a speech by Malcolm X, and he kind of inspired me to finish it, and tells a little bit of a story. It's kind of
It's about equality.
getting your shit together, but the music really inspired it, so Eddie could tell you more.
I mean, the whole process of the lyrics, vocals, everything with Gary was just very open, very fast, very, I kept apologizing because I mean, when something comes to me, I got like 5 ideas real quick. Hey, try this, like that, and sometimes a little overload on Gary, but because in his previous band he did it all, wrote the melodies, the lyrics, and just like I just wrote the music, stuck to that. So it was true collaboration. And Mike Post, are you here yet, Mike? All right, stand up, take a bow. Without this man, this record could not have been done. Come on, Mike. Mike.
Let's have a round of applause for Mike Post.
Co-producer of 3.
Co-producer, without him, he's like a drill sergeant. No, very soulful guy. I mean, we're friends, and above all, and I actually had to do so. He didn't tell me till later that I was pretty good at convincing him to do it because he didn't know what he was walking into.
Welcome to the den of Van Halen, right?
Actually, the very first thing on the record, New World, that's Mike playing piano. And we did that one take at his studio, and we couldn't even see each other. And that's how, just like with Gary and Alex and Mike, how it's just meant to be. It's like the circle's complete. We're just, it's a tight ship.
Now, we saw the video to Without You before we got on the air, and the crowd here loved it. You guys filmed this in an actual hotel made of ice, an igloo, if you will. Tell us about the location, where it was, and how you got there. Alex, go ahead, jump in. Mike,
it was cold. It was. It's a hotel in Sweden, right north of the Arctic Circle, called the Ice Hotel. See?
It only stands for 4 months out of the year.
Yeah, it's built during the winter time, and they tear it down during the summer. And the director thought that, because of the nature of the song, that an icy, cold building would be a good way or a good metaphor for the way that this woman is supposed to feel after she's been jilted, So that's more or less how we interpreted it. And whether that matches the lyrics or not, at that time it was kind of too late to do anything about it because he already shot the hotel.
Now, were you guys real men, and did you stay there?
No, we didn't have time. Logistically, it was impossible. So we recreated part of it here on a stage, but
it was freezing.
It was in a freezer.
We wanted the realism. We could have used plastic or whatever to simulate the ice or whatever, but we had trucks of ice come in, and we had sculptors with chainsaws carving this stuff up, and it was like we were in a huge freezer for 2 days. It was great.
There's a scene in there where I leaned back on the ice chair, and for one, I was kind of like stuck to it, like when you put your tongue on a pole. My ass was killing me. But I was stuck to the chair, and I leaned back, and the damn back of the chair flew out. I slid, All
right, let's listen to some more music. We're going to hear New World into the #1 rock song in America.
With Mike Post on piano.
You. Here we go. New World Without You on the Album Network. and Without You.
We wrote that song 45 minutes after we met Gary.
Unbelievable. You guys have had #1 songs before, but you got to feel real special to the fact that this shot to the top immediately, and it's far and away the #1 most requested record at rock stations across North America. That's got to make you feel good, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Thanks to all of you.
Thanks to all of you guys. Yeah.
We'll be back with more from Van Halen 3. We'll be taking some questions from the audience tonight. We'll be taking some questions from the internet. And we'll be back with more with the guys on the Album Network.
Van Halen 3 will be available on sale beginning Tuesday, March 17th at all Blockbuster Music and select Blockbuster video stores. You can also go down to your favorite Blockbuster Music and listen to the new album before you can buy it beginning March 13th. We're back in a moment with more of the Van Halen 3 world premiere broadcast on the Album Network.
Van Halen. Michael Anthony, Harry Giroux, Alex Van Halen, Eddie Van Halen. The world premiere broadcast of Van Halen 3 from Billboard Live in Hollywood.
Live around the world and on over 300 of the greatest rock stations across North America. It's the world premiere broadcast of Van Halen 3. I am Tommy Nast. Welcome back.
On the pot.
On the pot. Thanks to Edward. He gave me the toilet seat tonight. And I haven't come up with a good idea yet. Maybe we should trade.
Give it time. Give it time.
Now, you know what? The album is called 3. It's the first impression. It's easy to say that this is the third incarnation of Van Halen. Was the title of the album really that easy to come up with, or were you guys like straining your brain to be like real clever?
Well, we went 1. We couldn't count to 4, so. Actually, I wanted to call it Van Halen 1. No, because we didn't have Van Halen 1. It was just Van Halen. So.
That would have been too confusing.
Now, you said that it took 45 minutes to write Without You.
45, okay. Gary first showed up. We blazed through 8 songs of, past 20 years. And we took a break. And I went to the bathroom.
Right on this one here, I might add.
Actually, yeah. There was that one.
I'm honored to be sharing the throne.
Yeah, that's the 5150 toilet. But I could hear Al through the room playing, grooving on a drum beat. And just lyrics and melody came to me. Hey, you, wake up. Get yourself together. It just, no matter who walks in with the seed of an idea, once it's a strange phenomenon, but when we all get in there, with Mike Post and everybody, it just kind of snowballs into...
If it took 45 minutes to come up with this song, and it took 14 months to come up with the whole album.
Well, it actually
Why?
didn't, because we didn't start actually. Hey, Mike, when did you hook up? Around May? April? So we started in April, and we were actually done September 30th. So.
And it was worth the wait, though, too, huh?
But then they didn't have a release date for us yet, so we continued to putz around and tweak, and we pulled off a song and added a song, and just kept tweaking.
Now, not many bands can reinvent themselves twice, let alone 3 times. With the response that we've gotten so far, it's gotta, what does it say for the incredible fan base of Van Halen?
I think it's because we...
There you go. He's got it. He's got it. Van Halen fans rule.
You answered your own question.
It's the fans, and I think all 4 of us here, the rock star thing comes along with the territory, but we're just normal people that are passionate about making music. It's our life. And I think people sense that it's real. It's not. There's not a lyric or a note that's contrived on this record. It's just from the heart, and we don't follow trends. We're not flavor of the month. We are just what we are.
Gary, throughout the recording of the album, there were rumors circulating around that there was tensions, that, you had left the band or whatever. Were these just all bogus lies being spread?
When we're done recording, everybody goes home. It's like every time Gary goes to Boston, the rumors are that he's out of the band. Yeah, so...
Was there ever any tension?
Whenever there's a holiday, we fire him. Holiday's over, we let him back in.
No, there was never any tension. I think it was for two reasons. One reason, we just decided to go in the studio. They made their press statement way back when. We wanted to wait till the music do the talking. And the second reason was every time I went home for Christmas or Thanksgiving, I was booted out of the band. So
that was it.
It's just bullshit.
Tough gig, huh? Tough gig, huh?
Mike, you were starting those.
Tough gig, man.
That's right. No, I think I was booted out of the band a couple times right
You
then,
too. I was going to replace you.
Hey, wait a minute.
We're here to put music out here tonight. The world premiere of Van Halen's new record 3 is what we're here for. We're live on the Sunset Strip at Billboard Live. This is a crankin' song in the spirit of Van Halen. This is called Fire in the Hole on the Album Network.
Yeah.
You're listening to the world premiere broadcast all over North America and the world from the Sunset Strip at Billboard Live. I'm Tommy Nast. And when we come back, we'll talk to Edward, Alex, Gary, and Mike. We're going to take some questions from the audience. We'll take some questions from the internet. We got some good stuff to talk about. Your tour when we get back, all that and more when we return on the Album Network.
Now that we've whetted your appetite for Van Halen 3, you can hear more by visiting your local Blockbuster music store, where you can listen to the entire album before buying it beginning March 13th. Van Halen 3 will then be available on sale at all Blockbuster Music and select Blockbuster video stores beginning Tuesday, March 17th. Back in a moment on the Album Network.
This ain't no earthquake, and you could forget about El Nino. It's the world premiere of Van Halen 3 on the Album Network.
We're back at Billboard Live on the Sunset Strip. My name is Tommy Nast. We are here with Alex Van Halen, Michael Anthony, Gary Sharon, Edward Van Halen, and Mike Post just joined us, who co-produced the record with Edward here. Mike, welcome. What was it like working with these guys for you?
Insanity. No, the truth is, it was really sweet because everybody on this stage, the four guys in this band, and you, are really talented. But there's one guy on this stage that is not only talented, but probably the sweetest guy on the face of the earth. And no, it's not him. Thank you. No, the truth is, Eddie's as good as it gets. In my opinion, and I'm not humble about my opinion. There's, if playing a guitar for a living is a freeway, there were a couple of off-ramps. B.B. King was an off-ramp, and Jimi Hendrix was an off-ramp. Eric Clapton was an off-ramp. I think the next off-ramp was Eddie Van Halen.
He is truly a master.
I have to say this about Mike, that he was the most encouraging, and we wouldn't see each other for like a week at a time sometimes, which is in a lot of people's minds, a producer's job is to be there every day and overlook the project. He would just say, "Call me if you need me." And he'd walk in sometimes and go, "What the hell is this?" And we argued over a few things, and he won a few, I won a few, but bottom line, it was, us five that did it along.
Which ones did you guys win?
Ian and Ed.
Not enough.
But we had a great time. We're doing it again next time, right? Absolutely. All right. You guys are my witness.
Now, Van Halen's going to get ready for a world tour, and this time around you're doing something completely different. You're starting out Australia, New Zealand, Tasmania. And then you guys have never, ever played Down Under. Why?
A number of reasons, and I guess we could make excuses for the rest of our lives, and it wouldn't make any sense. The fact is we're going now, and that's all that matters. We can't take the past back. We're there now.
Now, you talk about the past. I would like to let everybody know, when these guys play live, they're going to do stuff live that they haven't played in years. And if you guys don't mind, I'd like to get your fans' take on some of the old Van Halen songs that Gary's going to sing his ass off on, I know. Now, what do you think?
Well, Gary picked them all.
Romeo Delight? Yeah. Unchained? Yeah. Mean Street? Running with the Devil? And now, Mike, I understand you do an awful mean vocal on Running with the Devil. Tell us about it.
Well, Ed's singing a song on the new album, How Many Say I, and so they decided to give me some equal time. So possibly live here, I'm going to be singing lead vocals on one or two little ditties here. So.
Always one of my favorite songs, Running with the Devil, man. That's awesome. All right, now, we're here to premiere the new Van Halen 3 record. Alex, set us up on this one here. We're going to play a song called Dirty Water Dog. Talk to us about it.
I don't know. I wasn't there for that one.
Come on, your drums are awesome in there. They're pounding.
I think Ed can give you a better read on that song.
I'll pass him the buck to Ed again.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's like a big brother.
Mike Post and I at his place, along with Ian and Ed, who work for him or with him.
Right.
Thank you guys. Anyway, they're up there too.
Yep.
The beginning drums are samples that we built, and then it goes into real drums. But the brush that you hear is actually me on the floor outside of Rob Stieglitz, who's Rob's engineer that we ended up finishing the record with, and he's following the rhythm of it. I had to keep moving forward and unscrewing the pole from the brush, and I dropped that because it was easier to do it with my hand. And I'm like from here all the way across the stage, and he's following me with the microphone, and I couldn't hear the music. So we had just enough for what we needed, and right at the end you hear me go, oh, shh. Of course we cut the T off, but it was enough to make it happen.
Let's
Anyway,
check it out.
Play the song.
Here's Dirty Water Dog from Van Halen 3 on the Album Network. Dirty Water Dog. Dirty Water Dog from Van Halen 3, live on the Album Network. We are back. My name is Tommy Nast. Welcome. We are all over North America and being heard around the world tonight, live on the Sunset Strip from Billboard Live. We thought we would go to that portion of our program now where we would bring up some of the fans from the audience, ask you guys some questions, and without further ado, let me introduce Dave from Toronto. Dave, your question for Van Halen.
Just want to say the Van Halen mailing list is the reason I'm here, and they rule. And my question is, who chose the cover artwork, and why was it chosen?
Go ahead, Al. Okay, Al.
Alex.
It was chosen to kind of to reflect the way we felt, which was partially to have a sense of humor about the situation we were in. You have to remember, even though we've been together with Gary for over a year, at the time when we were putting this together, things were still in flux. You know, the dirt hadn't settled, the dust hadn't settled, and I think one of the things that the album cover reflects is a sense of humor amongst the four of us. Because if you don't have a sense of humor, you really, it's very difficult to get things done. And the other thing is that it's as long as the rest of the guys agree with it, then that's what it is. You know, we don't overthink it. Everybody liked the image. I mean, it's certainly not an original image. You know, it's public domain.
And bottom line, it's just to let you know we got a new one out.
Absolutely.
You had to have something, right?
Yeah.
All right, thanks for your question, Dave. Next up,
by the way,
we've got Jordana from Tampa Bay.
Hi, guys. Biggest singer myself. I know that we each have our own individual styles. And I was wondering if Gary has allowed you as a band to expand and explore some musical styles that maybe you didn't do before.
That's kind of a double-edged sword there. The music's always been there. It's just we never had anyone to sing it. Like take a song like Right Now. Right Now was written in '83. It didn't come out till '91. It wasn't because of Mike, Alex, and I. No, hey, I'm telling the truth. Oh, well, that's reality. Gary is open, and we all listen to each other and try anything and everything. And when we walk out of the studio, if we're happy, then we let it out.
Okay, thank you, Jordana, for your question. We've got some questions also. We are all over the World Wide Web and on the internet, and I thought I'd pull out a couple here too. This one comes from Mark, who is known as Little Dreamer, okay? And this goes to Ed and Gary. When you first hooked up and started writing, Ed said you all had written like 7 songs in a week already. Did any make it to the new album, beside Without You?
All of them.
Yeah. Most of them. Gary, take that microphone. There you go.
I think Eddie answered that one.
We wrote more than that, and but yeah, out of that batch, all of them did make it.
Another question we have here too comes from Kurt on the internet too, and it says, was the Wolfgang guitar a catalyst for inspiration on any of the new songs?
Well, I mean, it's an extension of myself, and I designed it and named it after my son. And actually, more importantly, what we do when we go out to the beach is we look for stones that look like picks. And Wolfie found a few that I use on the one I want. I use a stone that he found. So, it's it's a combination of guitar. It's just it's an extension of myself,
Let's talk about inspiration on writing songs for a minute here, too.
You're sitting on it.
I am on the throne tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
For some reason, I don't know if I was conceived or born in a bathroom, but everything tends to come to me.
And Eddie told me that if I come up with any ideas that make millions of dollars sitting on this throne tonight,
no, I didn't
they belong to him.
I didn't say anything about money. I said if something comes to you, it's supposed to be for me.
Oh, okay.
Idea-wise, you brought up the money.
I can feel it. Tell me the inspiration for the song "Year to the Day."
A Year to the Day. Was that a?
It was
track.
It's just Gary
track 9. Is that track 9? I don't know them by the names. No,
Track 9. Gary, tell us about track 9 in the CD.
Yeah, that's better.
Actually, he wrote the music to that when I wrote the lyrics. No,
I would just say.
And he played the guitar solo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, well, the inspiration was pretty much joining this band and all the music that was coming out of these guys, and just trying to keep up. I don't think. I mean, I don't. I can't. I've already surrendered. You can't keep up with Eddie on a good night, you know. So I just keep on writing, and I was feeling a little bit depressed that day, and but it came out well.
Let's get into it. You're in for a real musical treat here. This is Year to the Day. Van Halen from the new album 3 on the Album Network.
except for a subtle change, and that is I'm slowly fading away. Harvest moon soon will pass, crop is gone, left only chair, a bitter pill and an overcast, a flagon at
I told you that was a tremendous piece of music. That's Year to the Day from Van Halen 3.
That is the one that Mike posed the guitar solo, and that was on the basic track, and I argued with him, and he won.
I'm glad. Well, it's a good thing he did on that one. Unbelievable. We got to take a break. When we come back, we'll take some more questions from the audience. We'll play more music from Van Halen 3, and it's going to be a magical night here tonight. We'll return on the Album Network.
Beginning March 13th, your favorite Blockbuster music store will have Van Halen 3 available to listen to. While you're there, you can reserve your copy, which will be available on sale at all Blockbuster Music and select Blockbuster video stores Tuesday, March 17th. Our world premiere broadcast will continue on the Album Network.
You're listening to the world premiere of Van Halen 3 on 102.3 WBAB.
On the Sunset Strip in Hollywood. It's the world premiere of Van Halen 3 on the Album Network.
We're back live on the Album Network. My name is Tommy Nast. How's everybody doing? Have you liked what you heard so far tonight? I'm sure our audience all across North America and the world has enjoyed our world premiere so far of Van Halen 3. These guys continue to amaze me and make great music, and it's amazing, man. It really is. I want to talk about something here on the internet. We had a comment from somebody. This came from Chris Thaxton on the internet, who said Van Halen wouldn't be Van Halen without Mike Anthony's vocals in the background.
I humbly thank each and every one of you.
Way to go, Mike.
Mikey, 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 Mikey.
And he sure does play an awful mean bass, doesn't he?
I'm a mean guy, Tommy.
Okay, we're going to take some more questions from our audience tonight. A lot of people want to ask you guys questions. And let me introduce Michael from Orlando. Michael, what's your question for the band?
Hey, guys. Ed. Alex.
Yeah.
Will Big Al have the big drum sets on this tour?
Oh, I think that depends on who I'm sitting next to or standing next to. You need something to compare it to. I've always used what I'm comfortable with, and I think originally when they didn't make drums the sizes that I liked, I made it myself. But now you can get them from the factory. Do you play?
No, my brother does.
No, good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
I don't play in notes.
Okay, thanks for your question. Let's move over to Chuck from Detroit. Chuck, step on up.
Gentlemen, let's hear it for ladies and gentlemen. Gosh darn it. Van Halen. Hey, Van Halen, everybody. Yeah.
Guys trying to take my job.
I like this guy.
Gentlemen, I got two questions for you.
Hey, what?
Here, sit down here.
2 questions. Wait.
What happens if I get an idea while I'm sitting here? Anything or what?
Get up.
Eddie owns it.
Then Tommy's out of a job.
Eddie, my first question's for you, my friend. We've heard that you spend a lot of time in the studio. Lots of time. We've heard you live in your studio. Is this true? And how often per day do you live in there, man?
I think, honey, you can answer that one better than anyone.
Yes, dear.
A lot.
A lot of time.
Well, I mean, I have a studio in my bathroom.
This would explain the table, eh? Gary, my second question for you, my friend. Yeah? How you doing tonight, all right? Gary Strong, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Gary,
Too kind.
Gary, tell us about the transition from Extreme to Van Halen. Tell us about it, my friend.
It was filled with some mixed emotions because in middle of '95, Extreme broke up, and before I had time to mourn that, I had an opportunity to work with these guys, and then it was from being down and then being high as a kite, and I've been high as a kite ever since. So
good job,
great.
Gary. Good job, eh, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, Chuck, thanks. Now we've got Heath from Seattle. Heath, were your parents into the Big Valley? In a TV show? I'd never heard of Heath before.
Wait. Wasn't Heath the bastard?
Yeah, exactly. Heath Barkley.
What's going on?
Go ahead, Heath.
It's a candy bar to me.
2 questions. One is how many how many hours a week do you guys rehearse before you take it out on the tour?
Well, we're in there. Hours a day or total?
We're in there for 4 hours, but we don't play for 4 hours.
A couple hours a day.
Yeah.
A couple hours a day.
Yeah.
Sometimes
not even.
Well, we kind of like to leave it kind of loose.
It depends
edges,
on it depends on when lunch comes.
And 2 is for Eddie. When you were a kid, who influenced you, and about how long did you practice for a day?
I never really considered it practicing. I just played and played and played because I really enjoyed doing it. But actually, guitar was my third instrument. I started playing it actually through default because Alex and I both started out on piano when we lived in Holland. And then we came over here, and I was really into the Dave Clark 5, so I bought a drum set. And Alex got better on the drums, while my mom and dad still had him taking flamenco guitar lessons. So I said, okay, take the damn drums, I'll play your guitar. It wasn't like that's what I wanted to do. I just kind of fell into it. And far from it.
You haven't seen God yet.
Yeah, you'll meet him someday. He ain't gonna look like me. But I never considered it practicing. I really don't practice. I just play. I mean, you play music. You don't work it. You don't you know.
Eddie, thanks for your question. All right, Eddie, Dave Clark 5 fan. Bits and pieces or glad all over?
Glad all over. Actually, there's a song on the other side of Any Way You Want It. It was called Say You Want Me.
Oh, yeah.
Say you want me to...
More music for you here tonight? Yeah. Let's go to one here. This is Once from Van Halen 3 on the Album Network. From Van Halen 3, that's Once. Some great music there. The album Van Halen 3 will be in stores on Tuesday, and I highly encourage everybody that's listening to go out and buy it. You will not regret it, that's for sure. We'll have one more segment with the band when we return on the Album Network.
Blockbuster music stores and select Blockbuster video stores will have Van Halen 3 available on sale beginning Tuesday, March 17th. Back after this on the Album Network.
Live on the Album Network is the world premiere of Van Halen 3.
I'm Tommy Nass, back here at Billboard Live on the Sunset Strip. We are on tremendous radio stations all over North America. And also, we've been on the internet tonight, the World Wide Web, rocktropolis.com, Van Halen's website, which is van-halen.com. And Warner Brothers Records launched their new website today for Van Halen 3 at vanhalen3.com. And if you people on the internet are out there and you're buying Van Halen records, you can order the new Van Halen record at musicboulevard.com. I wish we had more time to go and go and go. We got time to play some more music, and then when we come back, we're going to talk to the band for our last time tonight. From Van Halen 3, I want you to check out From Afar on the Album Network.
From afar, look into your eyes, that hint of death hidden inside. If I cannot hear you from afar, whisper in my ear, rest assured that you are near. For the distance between us, as are the stars, I only have you in my imagination. Just to love you from afar. Against your lips, taste the sweetness of your breath. If I cannot touch you from afar, hold you in my arms, keep you warm and safe from harm. Just love you from afar. There must be a better way, a better way. Used to love you. Used to love you.
That's one that radio stations are going to love with that end, right? From afar.
All right, before we end, I got a little gift for you.
Uh-oh.
What? Just something to remember that seat by. A lighter.
A matching lighter.
My official toilet lighter. Thank you, Edward. I'll treasure this always. When we come back, we'll say goodnight to Van Halen on the Album Network.
You can hear Van Halen 3 at all Blockbuster Music beginning March 13th. And you can buy it on sale at all Blockbuster Music stores and select Blockbuster Video stores on Tuesday, March 17th. Still more to come on the Album Network.
You're listening to the world premiere broadcast of Van Halen 3.
We are back at Billboard Live. How are you doing tonight? I'm Tommy Nast. You have heard the world premiere of Van Halen 3. What do you think, huh? Before we leave tonight, give me the injury report. Edward, how's your hip?
Fine.
No problem, no surgery?
Doctor said he ain't going to replace the hip until I can't walk.
Excellent. We want to see you on the stage bouncing around all year.
My hip's fine,
Alex,
too.
how's your neck? I know your hip's fine.
It's fine, more or less.
Gary, Mike, you guys will get injured this time around, and we can start putting the focus on you guys. Listen, we got to run. We're running late. I want to thank everybody here at Billboard Live. I want to especially thank all my friends at Warner Brothers. I want to thank these people here for being such a great audience tonight, huh?
Yeah!
I want to thank all our fans. Thank you.
We want to thank all our fans for the support on the single, and Van Halen fans, we will never let you down. Never!
Thank you, Anthony, Gary Sharon, Alex Van Halen, Edward Van Halen.
See you on tour.
The record is in the stores on Tuesday. Everybody, go out and buy it. It is worth it. I'm Tommy Nast. Have a great night, and here we go. It's going to be a good one here. I'm glad you joined us on the Album Network.
Special thanks for tonight's world premiere broadcast of Van Halen 3 go to Ray Daniels and Shelley Knott of SRO Management. To Tucker Williamson, Stu Cohen, Mike Rittberg, Dave Lombardi, and Karina Capiendo of Warner Brother Records. To Scotty Ross, Frank Stedler, Jim Yakubuski, Rob Kearns, Bob Dates, Jerry Harvey, Howard Underlighter, and Jeff Clare of the Van Halen Road Crew and production team. To Roger Gibbons and Mikoto of A1 Audio. To Jerry Pressman, Keith Pressman, Chris Camps, and Jim O'Brien of Billboard Live. To Neil Berg, Regina Livesay, Maria Musatif, Beth Arzi, Jim Villanueva, and Mike Davis of the Broadcast Department. And to Steve Saslow and June Brody of SJS Entertainment. Creative production by Steve Nelson and Mike Madrigal. The world premiere broadcast of Van Halen 3 was produced by Mark Velsot, associate producer John Valenzuela, and the executive producers are Steve Smith, Tommy Nast, and Gary Berg. This has been an exclusive presentation of the Album Network, an SFX Entertainment Company, copyright 1998, all rights reserved.